Good morning, traders, and welcome back to the Trader Bacon Show. My name is Gates Adams. I'm your host, and so glad to be here spending this Monday morning with you guys. First and foremost, just to kind of do a quick little update, wanted to share that Apex Trader Funding has broken the $150 million mark in funds paid out to traders. At the end of the day, funding is about getting paid, and $150 million is where they have exceeded at this point. So, of course, as we do with every show, we will be giving away three evaluations from the viewership of this show. So we'll have the form up in the chat here in just a few moments, and we will make sure you get that filled out so that you have a shot at that. I also wanted to take a moment and announce last week's winners are, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these right, Terry or Tari, Cam, and Laura. So congratulations to the three of you. They have, of course, already received their information on how to get those set up. And so whoever wins from this show will be notified by the end of the week, and we'll get all that information to you as well. So make sure you get those filled out. Want to just take care of a little bit of that right as we're getting started here. Also, in addition, one of the coolest things that I continue to see as we go through this process is the compensation to traders continues to grow. Not only have they broken $150 million paid to traders, but the total compensation just in the last 90 days is at this point over $60 million. This means that they're averaging over $20 million a month paid out to traders. So yes, Apex Trader Funding is the best choice in funding for futures traders. Anyway, we've got a great show for you today. I have Kim from California. She's going to share some of her insight and wisdom, and just a great opportunity. I've had a chance to talk to her last week. She's just got some great valuable insight that I'm looking forward to sharing with her or sharing with you guys on today's Trader Bacon Show.
Welcome to the Trader Bacon Show, where we showcase everyday traders that are getting funded, paid, and bringing home the bacon. Are you ready? Because the Trader Bacon Show starts right now.
Sorry, folks, that was a little choppy this morning. We had a last-minute jump in here. So hopefully we'll have Kim here in just a second. My apologies for that. In the meantime, I hope everybody is having a great morning. Had a fun morning this morning. I had what I thought was going to be a pretty fantastic trade, and I tightened up my stop pretty aggressively because I had the show to get started for, and fortunately it came back. It took my stop. I still ended up in profit, but it immediately turned back around and hit my target, which was another, I think, 15 points. So that kind of bummed me out a little bit, but still a great trade. As I've talked about in the past, I think trading is one of those things where it is an inherently dissatisfying, as someone once told me, simply because there's always more you could have gotten, or I could have gotten in at a better entry. So even when you're profitable, you still have some of those struggles. So anyway, just thought I would share that with you guys this morning as we're getting started and waiting for Kim to get set up here on the show. So again, my apologies on that. Hopefully we should have this going in just a moment. There we go. Awesome. Kim, good morning. How are you?
Hi, good morning. I'm great. How are you? Great to see you again.
You too. I am fantastic. Thank you for joining us today and sharing some of your morning with us. It's a little early for you. I know you're over in California, right?
Yes.
But, you know, traders in California usually are early morning risers. So I know that wasn't a big deal, but I definitely appreciate you hanging out with us today. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been trading now?
I have been trading over 5 years in 2019.
Gotcha. So what got you into trading in the first place? How did you get started?
I just looking for a job that able to fit my lifestyle, that because I was ready to have family and I want to be like a full-time mommy. So I was thinking, okay, I think the trading career, it will be flexible schedule that I'm able to take care of my family and try to bring income to the family at the same time.
Right. So now, obviously, with most traders, there's always that process. Now, did you exit like a full-time career and move into trading, or were you? What did your lifestyle look like before and after?
Okay, before I was working full time,
Hmm.
and then I was working for over 11 years for the
Okay,
company.
and so full-time, big schedule, all of that stuff. So when you moved into trading, now did you know some traders that helped bring you into the fold, or did you just see this as an opportunity based on just surrounding information?
Um, Honestly, I saw the opportunities, and then I spoke with a couple of friends. Then they introduced me to like some basic informations. That's
Mhm.
why it get in me to like deeper, and then I do more research, and then at the end I was like, okay, I want to be a day trader, so that's why it get me to right now.
Gotcha, gotcha. So now that you've been doing this for a while, obviously you've had some payouts. You're starting to see the fruits of all the work. What has changed in your world in terms of your time frame, in terms of your just ability to be a mom and to do all the things that were important to you when you started moving down this road?
Okay, first of all, when things getting easier, of course, the time freedom that it was my goal. So
Mhm.
I had made that goal, and now in and then it's also allowed me to look at, okay, what was the life that I could have an extra 5 hours a day that I could change my own life and also my loved ones as well. So that
Good.
my most important things. So perfect example, when we go to work full time, so it's gonna be 8 hours a day, and we also have to spend extra times to get ready to driving. So it means that we will spend at least 9 to 10 hours to be away from your family, and we only have 24 hours a day. So that is my issue in the past, that I love like spending time with families. Like family is everything to me. So that's why I trade my commitment to be a day trader, even though how much it took times to gain experience and knowledge, but it's worth it.
That's fantastic. So as you've progressed and as you've developed, and now did you start off trading futures, or how did that progression go for you?
Initially, I start out with the credit spreads and then single option for the first 6 months. And
Mhm.
then after a long, I just found the entry trader future is much easier. That is no stress, that I don't have to worry about, okay, what is going on with the S&P 500 and for the NDX. So
Got it. Yeah, the simplicity. A lot of people. I talk to a lot of traders who moved from options to futures, and usually the biggest thing that I hear is the lack of complexity. It's the you don't have the Greeks, you don't have the time to like decay, you don't have all of these factors that come into play. Simply, up one tick is X amount of dollars, down one tick is X amount of dollars, and it simplifies the process for sure. Um, Now, were you self-taught, or did you get a course, or did you have a mentor? How did you actually learn your trading strategy?
I learned from self-taught, and then after that, I bought some courses.
Mhm.
Also, I watch a lot of YouTube from mentors, like they are sharing their strategies for free. So that is how I gain the knowledge and skills for trading.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's just so amazing how many resources are available to us now, and I think a lot of times it's easy to forget that. I can't tell you how many traders I've talked to who are making significant incomes as traders that just watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and it's all out there. And yes, there's some courses, yes, there's some trainers and mentors and things like that, but everybody finding that path that works for them. So let's talk a little bit about your strategy. If we want to go ahead and pull up the charts, you want to show us what it is that you look for on that day-to-day basis?
Yes, I can. Let's do it.
All right, let's have a look.
Okay, so this chart, I use it as for my anchor chart for
Okay.
30 minutes time frame per candle, and I'm gonna adjust my period for 20 days. So
Mhm.
the reason I am using the volume profile indicator in the chart to spot supplies and demands as simple uh, support or resistance.
Mhm.
So a lot of is very simply how to use this, and if a lot of traders they are using a thinkorswim platforms, these indicators are free. Just want to let you know.
That's always nice. Yes.
Yes. So I using my price line. So I like to draw my own price line. Is easy for me to know, okay, where is the support today or support yesterday? I'm sorry, where is the resistance today or resistance yesterday? That is telling me that the the high price is going to be right here. So as soon as when I spot that by just using a trend line, I mean the price line, and if it match to my volume profiles indicator, it give me a second confirmation. It means give me more confidently, okay, this is safe a little bit, but as you know, in stock market is a risk, but we always have our own strategy, correct?
Of course.
Yes. And also at the support as well. So over
So
here, I do have, yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead.
Yeah. So over here earlier before a US opened, I do have my price line around this period. But also is it match my low value profile, it represent my support. So from now, as you see the price market for NQ, it has been hold around 160. It is kind of hanging around right now. It's a little bit shy on these supports right now, but just want to let you know, as soon as the price break this support, it may lead to meet the low or the lowest support from last Friday.
Okay. So what are now? Are you looking for a target? Are you looking to trail your entries? How do you actually structure your entry when you get in?
Okay, that's a good question. So I do have my another chart. It called signal chart. I'm using a 1375 tick charts. I'm not using minutes on my signal entry.
Okay. So is that something that
So
you can show on here as well?
yes, I could. Let me see. Okay. Are you able to see my second screen right now?
I see it. I think we're good.
Okay. All right. So my screen is very simple.
Mhm.
I'm not using a lot of indicators. My priority, I'm a price action trader. So
Mhm.
everything is about price. So as soon as you see the price action, the trend line, the supplies and demand, that is my bread and butter.
Right.
Okay. And also another strategy that we all want to buy cheap, correct? So we're using a pullback strategy. And I'm using the simple moving average, and I'm using exponential moving average as well. So as you see, the blue line is for 89 simple moving average that will support my, I'm sorry, that will represent my trend. So it's showing that today I'm gonna go short because all the price actions are below my simple moving average.
Mhm.
And the yellow line is VWAPs, and the red line is 50 exponential average, and the green line is represent for 20 moving average. It
Okay.
means that as soon as the price go back to this line, it's telling me getting ready to go short.
Right. Okay. So now, so at this point, are you looking for a specific, like I said, are you looking for a specific target? Do you have a specific stop loss? Are you looking for a specific risk or reward ratio? How does all that work for you?
Okay, so I just see my trend line right here. So right now, if I am want to go long, so I will enter at the price around 17160,
Okay.
and my stop loss is gonna be below around right here. So as this one is a 5 minutes time frame, so this price is open at 17,151. So my stop loss for this entry is gonna be 20 point only.
Okay.
That is my risk, and my reward. If I enter right here at 17,160, it's gonna give me the profits or another, let's say you see the moving average, I'm sorry, the exponential 20 at the 17 to 10. So it's give me reward 50 points. So I
Okay.
can risk 20 points, but I can gain 50 points.
Right. So you're at about a 2.5 to 1, which means that you don't have to be as precise. You can win half of these and still be very profitable, which is a nice position to be in. So as you've developed this strategy, now is this a conglomeration of other strategies that you've learned, or is this something that you learned specifically from like one particular source?
This strategy I did learn from a mentor that I bought a course from him, and I've been testing it over like a couple years, and it's been working out for me.
Right. Well, and obviously we have you on here because of the success that you've achieved. So clearly this has been, profitable and successful property. Now, are you just trading NQ? Do you trade anything else?
I only trade NQ.
Okay, so you like that speed, right?
Yes, because in the past I had like switched around a lot, and I don't have any like one skill that is gonna make it for me. So a lot of traders, they mention like jack or trade, right? So I did remember that, and then I try to change my mentally, like, okay, so why didn't I just stuck on one thing, and then if I become a consistency, that is gonna change my whole career.
Right. Well, and we've all known traders who have 10 screens and they've got 5 different things that they're looking at the same time. And I know a lot of traders who are very successful doing that. I know for myself, that's not me, at least not me at this point in my trading journey. And so I'm with you. I like the idea of understanding how a market moves. Like I'm very comfortable. I'm very familiar with how NQ moves. I've been watching it. I've been trading it for a long time. And it just makes sense to me. It sounds like you're kind of sticking with that same concept. Stick with one and get really good at it.
Yes.
Okay. So how does your trading day typically look? Are you trading all day? Do you just trade for an hour or two?
I only trade about an hour 45 minutes. So let's say if the US market open at 6:30 a.m., so I would get ready, and then I would just read them. I just let the market run maybe the first 30 minutes, and then I will start get my entry ready by 7 and let it run. It depends on the opportunities come. Sometimes I would enter like 3 to 5 times a day, but if I have one shot, it's gonna take me less than 15 minutes, so I will be day done.
Now, what is that position for you? So if you just get one good trade, are you looking at like a 50-point trade, a 100-point trade? What constitutes that one and done trade for you?
Okay, good questions. I actually, for NQ, is actually move. So as we know, 10 points is equal to $200. So my goal is maximum 20 to 25 points. That's it.
That's
per entry, correct?
So once you hit that, even if your target is 50 points away, you'll cut it at 25 and just be done for the day?
Yes and no. So if I enter for 2 contracts, so my goal is 20 points per entry, and then I will take my risk half off, and then I will let that hit another 25 points, and then I will have my risk at break even. So no matter what, I'm done.
Perfect. I love that. I love that. So at this point, obviously, trading is your bread and butter. This is what you do. That gives you the freedom to spend time with family, spend time with the people that are important to you. So how is it for you at this point, knowing that you don't have to go in for 8 to 10 hours a day and give up 50, 60 hours of your week? What is your life like now that you're trading for a living?
Okay, so I feel more like pressure that I don't have anybody like make my own schedule, like make my schedule.
Right.
Of course. And also I feel like I am happy what I do. So that's why it's the most change right now. So before I would just focus on the time freedoms, but
Right.
now I feel like this is my identity. So I am a day trader.
Mhm.
I hope that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. I think that people have to own the identity before they can reach that level of consistency. I think if there's always that out, it's too easy to let the frustrations get you because there's always frustrations. It's trading. We've all been there. Now, for you at this point, we spent a lot of time on the show talking about the mental side of trading and just keeping that consistency and that discipline because this is what you do for a living now. You don't have another job, you don't have the other facets. What does that do to the mindset? Is there more pressure or have you found a way to manage that in a meaningful way?
Okay, first of all is the a lot of pressure, as you know, because we are working for ourselves. So if we don't bring an income or profit, it is gonna affecting everything, the
Certainly.
area of our lives. So right now that I am able to be consistency income, it's actually the less pressure. It has gone slowly and slowly, and also the emotion, like as a traders, even though they do a full time or a part time, is very impact if you don't know how to manage that. So my tips and advice to our traders that your physical being is the most important. And then after that, if you're able to build your emotions being that I always label as my I'm calling is as a spiritual fitness. It means regarding to your awareness of what's going on your body, what's going on in your minds, and how do you practice that. My practice every day is like I try to calm myself as like meditation, like 10 minutes at least before you get into your screens. And also if you're able to go for a walk before you sit on the desk, maybe for like 20-30 minutes, clear up your mind. It means that whatever happened yesterday in trading is in the past. So today is a new day. We will try do our best to fight again.
And it is. It's almost a daily war, against the markets. And when you're prepared, now anybody who's watched this show consistently knows that I'm with you. I will not trade if I have not meditated. I've broken that rule a couple times, and every time I do, I regret it. For me, that's kind of like that beta blocker. It really just calms my nerves, sets me in the right mindset, so that the frustration of a loss doesn't really take over, and I don't end up making these horrible decisions. So I can't agree with you more. I think that physically, spiritually, emotionally, all of these things have to be in alignment because the process of trading has so many highs and lows and ups and downs. So at this point, you're 5 years in, you're achieving a consistent level of success. Does it still affect you when you take a loss? Do you still have those moments of, I just want to get that back?
Yes, I admit it. We are human beings. We have emotions.
We do. So do you have, I mean, other than anything that we've talked about in your preparation, in that moment, is there anything that you do that helps you manage that response?
Okay, like I mentioned, you have to be aware what's in your mind and what's going on in your emotions. So when I know that trigger come in, I always have another language to remind myself. If I break the rule, I lose my house.
There's a solid motivation right there for sure.
Yes. So I do have a soul talks, and then after that, I take a breath, and then I will just kind of like look around, and then just spinning my chairs, like, oh my god, what's going on? And then as soon as I make that kind of crazy behaviors, but it's working for me, so it is telling me that I am in danger, so I need to get out and just exit my trade and then do again tomorrow. I have another opportunities. We have a lot of chance. One trade is not going to kill us, all traders. Remember that.
No, so if you do basically step outside of your rules, outside of your plan, that's it for the day. You're done. You're not going to like take a walk and come back into it.
Sometime I do, but lately I able to let it go.
Yeah, I think that separation, and of course, that separation can be defined differently for everybody, simply based on their mindset, based on their rituals or whatever the case may be. I know for me, absolutely, I will not, like, if I break my rules, I'm done. You know what? I have to shut it down. I have two computers, my work computer and my trading computer. So if my trading computer is off, that's it. So Angela asks, now her name is Kim Heep Chia. What is your social media handle? We didn't get that on there. Where can people find you if they want to learn more about you and what you've got going on?
Okay. You actually can find me at, I'm gonna type in the chart, so maybe a lot easier for you. I'm in a chat.
Okay. Perfect.
Let's see.
We don't have the charts up right now, so
Oh,
that won't
okay.
be
All right.
just yet. Perhaps we can get that up.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. It's coming back up. Go ahead.
Sorry, I have a multiple links that.
That's okay. Well, and I think that's one of the fun things about this show is we have just such a variety of traders and trading styles and structures that it just makes it really, somebody is going to connect with somebody else. And I think a lot of our traders have found people following them on social media simply because their style matches somebody else's kind of profile or preferred style. And I think that trading community is huge, massively important. And so I love having the opportunity to share that. So while you get that up, Kim, I really want to thank you for spending some time with us today. This has definitely been a lot of fun. I knew when we had a chance to communicate last week that it would be a great time having you on the show. For those of you watching, of course, we've got the forms right back there in the chat. Make sure you get those filled out and get yourself in the drawing. We're giving away 3 of those valuations over the course of this week. We will be announcing those winners by the end of the week. I don't know if we have your social media on there yet. I don't see it anywhere. I think we're still looking at the tick chart right now.
So they actually very simple. They can find me on my Facebook as my first and last name. So they will search me on that. Yes.
We actually got it in the chat right there. So at Kim Heep Chia, that is your Facebook.
Correct. My Facebook account.
Perfect. And Angela, we would love for you to win. We'll let you know who those winners are now on next week's show. And if you are one of the winners, then of course you will be notified by the end of the week. So Kim, thank you so much for sharing your morning with us. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you sharing some of that wisdom and some of your experience with us. And hopefully we get some people connected on there. Like I said, that trading community is so insanely valuable in my opinion. We're going to have a great show up for you guys next week as well. So make sure to come back in Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And we're going to bring some more insight and some more, hopefully, greatness to the audience as well. Kim, have a wonderful rest of your week. Keep it green and let us know how everything's going, okay?
Thank you so much for your time. So have a great day.
You as well. We'll talk to you soon.
Welcome to the Trader Bacon Show, where we showcase everyday traders that are getting funded, paid, and bringing home the bacon.